I just hit the red button.
Okay, there's
Okay,
a red light on.
We're in.
Are we going?
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. Hey, Rocky.
Yeah, he wants to be on the podcast.
Oh, cool. Hello. Welcome to the No More Bohica podcast. I'm your host, Gary Crosby Klobitsky Jr., a.k.a. Biddy, and I'm joined here with the Poobah, Pete Capoletti.
I actually am alive, and I generally join these via the phone, but here I am in living color.
And on the phone today is, they call me Bruce Drager.
Yes, sir.
The Angry Muslim, Ramsey, is absent today, but we have two guest stars. We have the beautiful Madeline, and we also have Rocky, who will enter the picture from time to time.
Whenever he feels like it.
Whenever, his mood fits him. So, today is 4th of July, and let's just say that we're all really happy about it. We had a great time last night here at the 4th of July celebration in Forest Lake, Minnesota.
Yep.
Maddie got to jam to the band, which was a lot of fun. Was that fun, honey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, we won bingo a couple times too.
We did.
We won at bingo.
We did. We won some bingos. What can we say? We're just natural born winners.
Yeah.
And even at bingo. But anyways, we're just happy to be here. So the first thing we wanted to talk about today, since it's our 250 year anniversary for our nation, is the things that we're proud of. Some things I wrote down that I think we're all proud of is, number one, the Declaration of Independence. That was certainly a proud moment in our history.
Absolutely.
And then there was the Emancipation Proclamation. That was certainly a huge moment, not only in our history, but the history of the world. And then, we came together as a nation in World War II, and we put an end to tyranny. Those are the three biggest things I'm thankful for in our nation. Are there other things that you guys think of about?
So, everyone... Things look a little bleak sometimes, and people are having a tough time sometimes, but however, I think it's important to realize we live in a great country, and proud of all of our ancestors, for the most part, doing the right things and working hard and establishing this country. So, very proud of that. Our military force obviously has been number one in the world. Very proud of that. Could things be better? Certainly, but hey, happy and proud. I'm sitting here in my home with my best friend and his daughter doing a podcast live on the interweb. So, I mean, it's pretty happy, and God bless America.
Fantastic. How about you, Bruce?
Yeah, America. No, I think it's great. It's awesome to see the patriotism. You got the World Cup going on, so you got the whole world kind of feeling United States, and a little bit of Mexico, a little bit of Canada, and people are coming together. I griped a little bit about it, the patriotism being hijacked. You're not patriotic if you're this or that. I think it's all BS. People are going to come out. You guys have seen it in Minnesota. We unfortunately don't have people. Because the state's on fire, but
right.
People are still getting out. The drone shows are a big thing now because they don't cause fires. But people are getting out. They're grilling. They're getting together with friends and family. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, a lot to be proud of. And, we're still number 2, right? I mean...
number 2.
Number 1 was cool while it lasted, but number 2's cool too. So
hey, we can mount a comeback.
Yeah, and you know what? Who cares if we're number 1, number 2, or number 3? I mean, does any of it really matter when we need to come together as an entire human race, not as just one country? So
good point.
So let's skip ahead. So when did things start to fall apart? I mean.
So you're saying we had the Declaration of Independence, the Emancipation Proclamation, World War II, which was a stunning victory. When did things fall apart?
Yeah.
After that,
when did we start to backslide as a nation, do you think? I mean, I have my theory, but I'd like to hear what you guys think.
Bruce, what do you think?
I don't know that we really fallen apart. I just think, there's always been a big desire to separate people because it works for politics and it works for the elites. And people are starting to see through that. We're starting to see some younger, more independent thinking people running for office.
Yep.
I think we need more of that, and some of that's going to be used against us because they're calling them communists and whatever. It's all BS. These are just people who don't want to go along with the system that's been in place. They don't want to divide this country.
Correct.
Yeah, so Bruce, I think you're right. I think a lot of people are starting to wake up, and that's another thing I'm proud of, is that a lot of people are starting to wake up and understand the scenario, the situation that we're all in as a country, even though it's great. Yeah, so one other thing I'm proud of.
So this is my theory about when we started to backslide as a nation, and we're all at an age where we have witnessed this our entire lives. So you can call this my opinion if you want, but in my opinion, we started to backslide in 1980 with the onset of Reaganomics and the trickle-down theory. I mean, oh my God, does that really work? Has it ever worked? Will it ever work? Probably not. No, not probably. It hasn't worked. It's never going to work. It's just the rich get richer. All we've seen is the divide between the haves and the have-nots grow bigger and bigger every year of my lifetime, okay? Which includes your lifetimes too, right? So we have Reaganomics, the introduction of Reaganomics, which to me was the beginning of the end of our country, okay? Reagan gave us the no-fault divorce and put a massive attack on the American family. And, we could probably spend a whole episode talking about that.
10 of them.
I mean, both of us have
Been chewed up through the system.
been victimized by that approach. And, and to top it all off, his grand feat was in 1986, he passed a law that made the pharmaceutical companies unaccountable for their actions.
Yeah, thanks, Ronnie.
Thanks, Ron. And so they can do whatever they want. They can ruin as many lives as they want. They can give you drugs that
make you take them,
ruin your life, and then say, "Oh, sorry, I guess it didn't work. Here, try this now." And now they got psych drugs for psych drugs. I don't know if you noticed the commercials on TV, but for people that are on psych drugs now, you can get an additional psych drug.
So the symptoms of
keep your hands from shaking and stuff.
So the symptoms that the psych drugs give you, they have medication to help those symptoms.
Medications for the medication. It's a pharmaceutical company's dream.
Yes.
And
wet dream.
We can thank Reagan for the current situation there.
I used to love Ronald Reagan. I thought, he was.
I did too.
He was Mr. America. The city on the shining hill. All this stuff. I used to, proud America, and we did have an economic boom during that time. But looking back on this, letting the pharmaceutical companies write their own ticket. That's ridiculous. No fault divorce, a blatant attack on the American family to ruin and destroy it. Terrible. And what was the other one?
Reaganomics.
Trickle down
theory.
Trickle down. How about trickle up?
How about just trickle to us?
Trickle anywhere.
Yeah, trickle to the people that, deserve it, like all the good people.
And I thought Ronnie was great.
Hard and make the billions for the billionaires.
I used to think Ronnie was great, but boy oh boy, there's not too many great ones out there. Not even Ronnie.
Yeah, we all got buffaloed on that.
Yep.
We gotta add that his wife was, pushed the agenda of
just say no.
Just say no, but then here, your doctor, remember the old days, the doctor would say, take 2 and call me in the morning? Now they say, here, take 2 months worth and we'll get you a refill.
And when you get sick, we've got something for that too. And you can never sue us about anything ever.
So one of the side effects of the Reagan years is we've kind of morphed as a country to a point where, I mean, let's face it, we're owned by big business. Big business owns us. They run our country. They run our lives.
Yep.
It's the Orwellian future that everybody feared. It's all coming to life, you know, you know, it's ruining not just the American economy or the American faith in our government. I mean, how about ecology and the world itself? We're going through a massive change in our ecostructure here because of global warming, and I know we don't all see eye to eye on that, but I'm just going to highlight quick a trip that I went on a week ago. I drove to LA on Thursday to get a Schengen visa for my wife so she could go to Germany, and so we had that appointment early Friday morning and drove back on Friday. On the way out, I drove through a big lightning storm, really cool, like spiderweb lightning going across the sky, big huge thunder strikes, and I was like, oh my God, I hope it doesn't cause a fire. We made it all the way to LA. Skies were clear, the world was clear, nothing happened. Next day, on the way back, okay, first I drive through 3 forest fires in Utah, which I believe were probably caused by another lightning storm. Then about 3 hours later, we caught up to the lightning storm, which was moving east, and this was the worst storm I've ever seen in my life. I mean, act of God, thunder, like, you know, it'd be 80 miles in a distance, but it'd be like this wide on my windshield, you know, and I see these strikes and I'm thinking, oh my God, that's like Sodom and Gomorrah. I could destroy a whole city, you know. And sure enough, there was a 4th forest fire I witnessed kind of on the border of Colorado and Utah. So day 1, I drive out, no forest fires. Day 2, I drive back, 4 forest fires, okay. And this lightning storm is the worst I've ever seen in my life, and I see a lot of lightning storms living in Colorado. So it's like my own personal little light show whenever there's a storm. But in any case, we have increased the temperature of the globe 1.5%, and it's going to be 2% by 2030. This started in 1970 with the onset of the greenhouse gases. And, you know, people can argue all they want about how this is causing it or that's causing it or whatever. But the bottom line is you look at our history of the world in the last 20 years, how many catastrophes have we had worldwide, including here in the U.S.? Hurricane Katrina, ring a bell? But worldwide, there's been tons of catastrophes, especially in the southern half of the world, where they don't have the same type of construction, where they're built on muddy hills and they lose their whole city because of these huge rainstorms that are hitting their areas now that are way bigger than anything they've experienced in the past. And I believe that within the next 4 or 5 years, we're going to see even more catastrophes. Compare how many catastrophes we've had worldwide in the last 20 years to the amount of catastrophes we had worldwide in the 200 years prior. I bet the numbers aren't that far off. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But I mean, obviously, a lot of things have been going downhill since the 80s, since we decided to put big business in charge of our future instead of taking control of our future for ourselves as American citizens. And hopefully, like Bruce said, there's a lot of new politicians out there. Maybe we don't agree with the socialism or whatever, but you know what? Something's got to change. And we've got to get rid of the corruption in our government.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's we have arguably one of the most corrupt governments in the world
Ever.
and in the history of our country, without a doubt, the most corrupt government we've ever had in the history of our country.
So hey, Bruce, I'm going to take a poll here. Do you believe in man-made global warming or global climate change, that humans are causing some of the problem?
You know, I believe that global warming is we know the world has gone through the ice age and the flood stage and all this stuff.
Do you think our human activity has anything to do with it?
I believe it has something to do with it. I think it's accelerating what's naturally occurring. And some of that is just CO2 emissions. I think we're fully aware that there's massive CO2 emissions. if we believe that that does impact it even a little bit, even if it's 5% or 10%,
Okay.
you know, there should be some thought to the whole world is using alternative energy, but yet today, July 4th, 2026, the government has stopped, and I'm not a fan of subsidies, even though oil and gas get subsidies beyond belief.
Which is ridiculous, but
But
go on.
Stopping all the subsidies for wind and solar. Well, you can say wind and solar works or it doesn't work. I don't really know.
But it's something.
It's better than
It's something.
just continuing to drill, and deplete, you know, whatever sources we have, which we know our grandkids will laugh when they say you used to drill oil out of the ground. We know that that's not going to be here.
Well, there's free energy out there if someone will just let it happen.
Right.
Let it happen, but
And
we
we have the technology to reverse this global warming, but it's too expensive, and of course, it doesn't create profits. So
No,
the
that's a
people with
problem.
the money would never pay for it.
And I'm going to go on record as saying I think that man-made events have little to zero effect on the temperature of the Earth, but I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
So
Well, a small percentage either way.
we're gonna agree to disagree on
Yep, no problem.
that because you know, it's kind of like the autism debate. Prior to the onset of the pharmaceutical age in 1960, the autism rate was 1 in 4,000 children. And now it's like 1 in 33. And you can point to all these different factors, the fact that they're better at identifying it, whatever. The fact is, prior to the pharmaceutical age, it was not an issue.
So that, I mean...
And now it is.
Yeah.
And whether you choose to ignore that or not is up to you. And I think the same is true of global warming. There's been so much information. The big energy has been waging a misinformation campaign since the 70s. So our entire lives, we've been bombarded with misinformation constantly. And I'm not trying to discredit any of my friends. I'm just saying we're going to agree to disagree on
Yep,
this.
no problem, buddy.
I believe that we could solve our own damn problem, and we're the ones creating the problem. And until we wise up and pull our heads out of our asses, we're headed for some real bad stuff. I witnessed it myself last week. The worst lightning storm I've ever seen in my life. 4 forest fires from one storm traveling across the Great Divide. So for what it's worth, hopefully the powers that be will wise up someday and they'll put this technology to use and will clean up our environment.
And have free energy?
And yeah, I mean, sooner or later they're going to rediscover zero-point energy.
You're right.
There's a huge network of scientists that are working on it under 24-hour surveillance cameras so that when they do discover it, it can't be buried again by our government or big money.
Or they'll just kill them.
Yeah, or they'll suicide them, right? So, I got a silly question for you guys. When do you think our last honest president was? I mean, the two that come to mind for me are JFK and Jimmy Carter.
Me too.
I mean, what do you think, Bruce?
Yeah, you got to go back as far as JFK, I think.
I don't know, Jimmy Carter.
He was okay.
I don't think he was.
He was a little bit of a wussy, but
he's gotten a lot of heat for.
But I think he did not step in line.
But he certainly acted like a guy that was honest. And,
Yeah.
And
he gave up his peanut farm to run for the president.
Yes.
So
And remember Billy Beer?
Billy Beer,
His
do.
brother. I used to collect beer cans as a kid.
Yeah.
I had the Billy Beer can. His brother liked to drink beer.
Oh, I drank Billy Beer, and I gotta tell you, it's horrible. It's
Funny.
like worse than Schmidt beer, or worse than Stroh's, worse than Pfeiffer.
Hey, Pfeiffer wasn't that bad. It was cheap.
Oh my God, it tasted like corn stuff.
Hey, it was like $2 for a 6-pack.
Oh, you could get a whole 24-pack for $6.
Not that I would ever do that at age 18.
Plus, you'd have to pay $4 extra and then if you return the bottles, you get the $4 back. That's
How about Pig's Eye? You drink that?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Pig's Eye, you bet.
yeah. You know what's funny is when we were kids, Pabst Blue Ribbon was like really crappy beer, and now like the kids swear by it like it's some kind of premium beer. It's really funny how times have changed. All right, so let's switch gears again. What do you guys think about Trump's trip to China? On the last episode, I said it sure looked to me like he went to bow before the king, and we talked about being number 2 is okay. I'm okay with that. I can't speak for anybody else, but personally, I don't care. As long as people aren't dropping nukes, I don't care if we're number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, whatever. You know, what difference does it make? Maybe if we're not number 1, we won't start creating unnecessary wars for profit. You know, we need to put an end to that era. But I want to triple down on what I said last episode. I think it was way more than the United States bowing before the king. What I see based on what happened afterwards, this is my opinion, of course, I think Trump got his lunch handed to him by the Chinese premier and was told not only to cease and desist, but to go clean up his mess, or China and Russia were going to come in and kick him out of the Middle East and clean it up for him. And
Someone's got to do it.
because the day before he went to China, you know, it was still bound to the Stone Age, issuing threats, talking out of his A, basically. And then, the minute he gets back from China, it's like, oh, we're done now. And we'll just give him an extra $300 billion and plus another $1.5 trillion or whatever for this and that and the other thing. And, you know, F the American taxpayer, F the families who lost loved ones in this conflict, F them all.
Hey, another point on that. We thought Hunter Biden was bad with his barisma.
Oh, God.
You know, he got some job that he was not qualified for, and we all, you know, threw a fit, rightly so,
Right.
that he was making all this money. Hunter Biden, the president's son. Look at what's happening, and I voted for him 3 times, but look at what's happening to Trump's sons. They've got crypto companies. They're all of a sudden, his dad's our president is giving his sons mining rights and government contracts to mine whatever they need to keep mining. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's...
I can't go along with it, and I voted for him 3 times, and I can't go along with it.
So, Trump wanted to go down in history as a great president. I think he's
It's
gonna
over.
I think he's going to go down in history as the most corrupt president
It's over.
ever. And my wish from 2016 that he'd go on and clean up the corruption. Maybe he was so bad that future generations will clean up the corruption so that we never have another Trump. I mean, we can.
And it's not just him, though. It's every president.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But this is bad.
all the politicians are
Yeah.
on the table.
It's not just him.
They've legalized corruption in our
Yep.
government. Trump made $1.2 billion off of cryptocurrency
Yep.
in 2025. $1.2 billion.
I'd like to get in on that.
You think he'll pay any taxes on that? You think he'll
Probably not.
That's a lot of bribes. 1.2 million is a lot of bribes. I'm sorry. That's a lot of bribes, right? And it's all coming from oil money and you know, we're paying twice as much for gas these days. So thank you, Trump.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm ticked about that, too.
Oh my God. Yeah, and they're trying to act like, oh, gas prices are down. They're not fucking down.
No, they're
Pardon
not
my
down.
French. I mean, they were $2.27 in Colorado Springs a week before the war started. I mean, thank God we're only over that by $1 or so now. But, you know, we're not $2 or $3 above that number, but we're still not anywhere near where things were before the war started. And I don't think they're going to go anywhere near. I personally think the economy we're going to take a bath real soon.
I think so, too.
I mean, the minute we lose our standing as the world's currency, we are screwed. Look at what happened to England in the 1970s after the pound sterling, which was the world's currency, was replaced by the dollar. Okay, they went into the worst recession in the history of their country for over 10 years.
It could happen here.
I think it's more likely than could. But let's just say that we have Trump to thank for that. But that would
It
have
wasn't
happened.
just. It wasn't just him.
It would have happened eventually.
No matter who was there, it was going to.
However, putting it on the speed track, we got
Yeah.
Trump to thank for that.
Yep.
And it's going to happen a lot quicker.
Him and his family are fine.
Right. And I'm willing to bet that they're going to profit a lot when the economy tanks too.
Yeah, I'm sure they're betting against it.
They're betting both sides. So, all right. So enough Trump bashing. We said we weren't going to do that. We were gonna try to bash the American government because they're all corrupt.
Yeah.
But the poster child for legalized corruption makes all the other corrupt officials look half decent to us right now, and that's a sad, sad state of affairs when it comes to our government. So the last thing I'm going to say about it is this. We have formed the No More Bohica anti-corruption political party.
Yep.
Okay? I'm going to run for president. Poobah's going to run for vice president.
I'm the VP.
Because I'll be the first one to get shot.
Yep.
Right? I'm willing to lay down my life to get rid of the corruption and tell the rich people to read between the lines.
And I'll dodge bullets after that.
And we're both willing to lay down our lives to see positive impact in this country because that's what it's going to take.
To help our kids'
It's
future.
going to take people
to help our children's future.
It's going to take people that
Someone has to do it.
willing to die in order to make change because the people that have the power, the elite, are going to assassinate anyone that tries to get in their way, aka JFK, right? So Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You try to disrupt the profits of the elite, you get shot. All right? That's a fact. But I'm willing to get shot if that's what it's going to take to get our country back on track.
Maybe they need some return fire.
I wish. It's hard to say what's going to happen. I mean, I've talked about money being the anti-God and then there's God, right? And we live in a world right now where the anti-God and God are moving further and further and further apart. And we've got to find a way to bring the anti-God and God back together again, okay? And get them as close to each other as possible. We've talked in the past about how 2,000 years ago, like in the city of Pompeii, when Mount Vesuvius erupted and covered it in volcanic ash, when they uncovered the city and dug it up, they found 95% of the city's wealth in the temples of worship. Okay?
Worst place for it.
The elite had 95% of the city's wealth. That was over 2,000 years ago. So you look at the state of the world today, and less than 1% of the world population holds over 99% of the wealth. The equation is going the wrong direction, and our country is vivid proof of that. It started with the trickle-down economics, and it's come to the Trump cryptocurrency bribe scandal, which
and Biden before him,
and Biden. And
and Obama.
I mean, we know how dirty Clinton was.
Oh God!
How many trips has he made to Epstein Island, trying to cover all that shit up? I mean, I did not have sex with that woman. I gotta tell you,
Haiti. Remember Haiti? They
oh
dumped
my God,
$1 billion into Haiti and
Yeah.
just stole the money.
Stole the money. And but you know what's funny is when Clinton said that, I did not have sex with that woman. That's when I actually first started to like him, because then I started to see him as a normal human being. I knew he was lying, but then again, what politician doesn't? And
That's a sad admission.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
But here's the fact. I mean, well, it's a fact to me because I had the vision, right? But it's clear to me that it's never been more important to talk about how together we stand, divided we fall.
Amen, brother.
We will never be united. We will never see eye to eye with our neighbor. But we can come together with our neighbor. We can love our neighbor like ourselves. We can learn to love our enemy the way Jesus taught us.
Yep.
We can learn to come together and respect our differences. Straight people, gay people, everyone in between, come together. You're all human beings. And every single human being is sacred in the eyes of God. Okay?
True.
It doesn't matter
True, Dad.
how you worship God, or if you choose not to. okay, you're still sacred in the eyes of God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whether you're an atheist or the most devout Christian or somebody that thinks they're on a mission from God, so they're going to bomb fucking Iran. Pardon my French. We got to start putting that stuff in our rearview mirror and figure out how we're going to come together as society and solve our own damn problems. Because I guarantee you the rich people will do everything they can to keep the status quo.
Oh boy, it's going to be a fight.
Everything they can.
It's going to be a fight.
So, and they're going to do everything they can to keep us divided.
Yep.
I mean, you have lots of Muslim propaganda saying that we worship three gods. We don't. We just have a holy trinity, right? It's no different for the Hindus. Their number one god, Shiva, is also in its own way a holy trinity. So that's a concept that was around long before Jesus even came by, right? For 3,000 years before Jesus was born. So all I'm saying is this. Our only chance at survival is to come together and learn to respect our differences as human beings. And this is a theme that we're going to start hitting on as often as we can. As often as we have time for, which we're running out of time. But so that said, is there anything else anyone wants
Bruce,
to
what do you think?
I agree 1,000%. That's it. The division is perpetrated purposely, and it's not red versus blue, and it's not white versus black. It's used against us. And like I said before, you guys agreed. People are waking up to that.
Yeah.
Now we just need to really push the American agenda for everybody.
I agree. And you know what? Our political party, we need a color. I mean, there's reds, there's blues, there's greens, there's yellows.
How about purple?
Purple's cool. Okay, that's option number one. I'm thinking black.
Okay.
I like black. Because we need a black party. I'm tired of being in the red and losing money. We need to make money. We need to be in the black. I mean, if we're the black party, we might get the black vote, right?
Maybe.
Black
okay.
I know a lot of black people, and they're all super cool, and they all love us because we're not prejudiced, and we love all human beings. But think about it. If we were the black party, I mean, there'd be all this subliminal messaging in our music, you know, like Metallica, Fade to Black, right?
The Black Album.
The Black Album, right? How about AC/DC?
Back in Black.
Back in Black, baby. You know, the Stones, Painted Black, right? I mean, our airwaves are full of all this subliminal messaging. They don't have like Painted Purple songs.
No, they don't. No, but we'll have to.
Purple Rain.
We'll have to hash. Yeah, we'll have to hash this one out.
We got Purple Rain.
But I like the conversation.
But I think black would be a great color because, you know, we need to get our country back in the black.
Yes.
Right now, we're just in
back
the
in
red,
black.
losing money. We need to be back in black. We need to go full AC/DC with our politics.
Ah, interesting.
That's what I think.
I think you're onto something or you're on something.
Yep. I think you're right, Bruce. I'm either onto something or I'm on something. You decide. But hopefully we're onto something. Anyways, fire away, Bruce. Sorry.
No, I said I like it, and I wish you guys a phenomenal 4th of July today, and sunscreen, and water, and beer.
Sunscreen causes cancer, by the way.
Oh, that's right. You can't use sunscreen.
Nope. You're better off just battling with the sun. Yeah.
Get a hat. Get a good hat.
Yeah, happy 4th of July.
Yeah,
everybody.
happy 4th of July.
Have a wonderful day. Be responsible. I am the sober one today. I'll be the designated driver. But
Nice.
I'm happy to do that because I don't really like alcohol. So it's a win-win for everybody.
I've got 3 kids. All 3 of them are out on the lake partying right now.
Yep.
And I'm nervous.
Which is why he's got a sober driver. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching our show. Together we stand, divided we fall. We love you.
Peace.
We'll see you soon.
Peace out, boys.
Peace out. All right.
So the red light's still on.
That's okay.
Okay.
I think I turned it off. Yeah.
How did we do?
No,
Manny?
I didn't turn it off.
Great.